Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome to day 8 of the How to Become a Wealth Magnet program. So, how are you getting on? How were those activities that I asked you to do yesterday sitting with you? Did you practice doing the I'm a money magnet affirmation throughout the day? I'd love to know if that actually worked for you and if you're getting into the good habits of saying that to yourself as soon as you start to think of negative thoughts or limiting or lack thoughts about money. Today, I want to tell you a little story again about rituals that have worked not just for me but for somebody who is incredibly famous and very successful. So this gentleman's name is Dan Jansen. You may not have heard of him, but he was very well known at the time in 1988 when the Winter Olympics were on in Calgary. And he was a speed skating sprinter, and he was actually the favourite to win the gold medal at these Winter Olympics. Just before the final race, his sister, who was suffering from leukemia, passed away. And this obviously affected him a great deal emotionally. And as we know, our emotions affect us and how we can perform physically and what our body can do. So when he came to take the final race, for which he was favourite and he'd been performing absolutely brilliantly previously, he ended up falling over. And there was an iconic picture of him at the time sitting on the ice, just looking out in despair. And it's become an enduring image of that particular Winter Games. So what happened to Dan Jansen? Well, when he came back from Calgary and he got back into his routine and his training, what he did was he found a special chair and he put it in a room in his home that he designated for medals, trophies, and everything he'd achieved during his career so far. And what he did was he put the special chair in the room and he got hold of lots of images and symbols of what he wanted to achieve in the future. So as part of his ritual, he would go into this room every day and sit in the special chair, look around at all of these images and symbols, and then start to visualize his upcoming races. He would start to picture any kind of adverse situations that might happen and started to mentally rehearse how he would handle them. So bear in mind that he had raced at the Winter Olympics in Calgary in 1988 and he didn't actually perform to his highest level of achievement until the 1994 Games, so the Winter Games in Lillehammer, Norway. So this is 6 years on, and he went on to win gold in the 1,000 meter race in a world record time. So what is interesting is he had always been the favourite and performed the best at a distance of 500 metres. But he obviously had this great mishap. And through his rituals, he came to understand that he actually would be better at the 1,000 metre race. He'd got an aversion to doing this longer distance, but he started to get his mindset in place as to maybe the 500 wasn't for him. Maybe he needed to have a stab at the 1,000 metre race and get better at that. And through those rituals, he lost that aversion and he became focused on winning that. And that was the race he won. So this is a really great story, an inspiring story to say that this success, this wealth can be yours, can come to you, these things that you want to draw into your life. But also it's to remind you to stay open to what is appearing in your life, because what you want may not come in the exact way that you think it will. So this is very much the case in my life. When I was looking for love, I was always going on internet dating, or I was always kind of going out with my friends and going to bars and public places because I thought that that was how I would meet somebody who I would fall in love with. And it was actually through lots of twists of fate and adversity that happened in my life that got me to meet the love of my life. So think about what it is that you want, but don't get too hung up on the way that that will actually appear in your life. Just think about how you'll feel, what it is that you want, and leave the very finite detail to the universe. So what we're going to do as our activity today is I'd like you to take up your journal, your notebook, or your piece of paper that we were looking at in our activity in day 7. And I would like to revisit that. So you wrote down some things that you wanted to have in your life. I gave you £50,000. Sorry, I gave you £25,000. And today I'm going to give you 50,000 of the currency that you prefer to work with today. So 50,000 pounds, euros, dollars, yen, whatever it is that you want to spend your money on. And remember those 3 areas: fun, education, and larger items. So again, I'd like you to allocate a portion of money to those things. Write them down. And as you're writing them down, I'd like you to visualize how that's going to feel. So this is our ritual for today. There's 2 aspects to this activity: writing down how much you're going to spend on each of those things that you want to bring into your life. And then the second part of the activity is to sit and to be there as though you're actually going out to spend that money. Imagine having that. Imagine, say, one of the items is a kitchen, a new kitchen or a new car. Imagine yourself, what clothes will you wear to go and order those units or that car when you go to the showroom to test drive it. Imagine how you'll feel. All of the things that you'll do. Maybe you'll go and have a little celebratory drink or a meal after you've ordered it. So just get yourself into that flow of being present in that moment, of doing those things, of having those things. If it's a new kitchen, imagine the first meal that you'll cook when you've got it fitted. Or if it's a car or anything like that, then imagine, where will you go on your first trip out in it? What will be your celebratory journey? So we're going to end our activity today by repeating the I am a money magnet affirmation. So I would like you to sit up straight so that your chakras are aligned, your energy centers are in alignment, and that they can flow, the energy can circulate easily amongst them. And to take a deep breath in and take the breath all the way down to your root chakra. And then as you breathe out any fears or any lack, and repeat the words after me. I am a money magnet. And so it is. So remember to keep repeating that affirmation all day, anytime you think anything negative about money or have any fears or doubts about money. Take care and have a wonderful day.